Hi, welcome to the Geomagnetism 2 activity. In this video, we'll show you how to plot the data for the Geomagnetism 2 activity. So the first thing, when you open your document, you start on Geomagnetism activity part 1. You're going to scroll down to the second page, which will take you to part 2. And in this section, you are given a table which has the time and strength of the magnetic field. Now the time starts at 0 because 0 is our current time, and then the years are going by every 20 years into the past. So it's from current time, which is time 0, to 800 years in the past, and it's showing you the magnetic field strength in those 800 years. So you're needing to plot this, and then you're going to use that plot to help you analyze the data and answer questions. So the first thing we want to do to create the plot is you're going to open this link for a Google Sheet. So that's where we're plotting it. And you're going to make a copy of your Google Sheet. So go to File in the upper left corner and make a copy. I'm going to close down the original so we just have the copy open. Now you should be able to edit it. The good thing is most of the data that you have to plot is already in the Google Sheet. The only part that you need to plot is from the time 660 years in the past to 800 years in the past. So just this last section here. So that's the only part that you need to, not plot, I'm sorry, to enter in the data for. So when you go to your sheet, if you scroll down, you'll see the section in yellow. This is where you're going to enter in that data. You see that the time, which is in column A, our X column, ends at 640. So the next time we're entering, since they're going by 20 years, is 660. And if you look on the chart, the strength at 660 is 7.0. So I'm going to type that in. And then I do the next entry. Next time will be 680. And the strength is 3.5. So you're going to get that filled in. And once you have that filled in, play the video again. Okay, so now that that data is all filled in, what we want to do now is create a plot. And for that, what we're going to need to do is we're going to highlight all of this data. So we're going to start in the first cell, which is cell A1, which is in the upper left corner. You're going to click on that cell to highlight it, and then you're going to hold down the Shift button, or actually first you want to scroll down to the bottom, and then hold down the Shift button and click the bottom rightmost box, and you see all of your data has been highlighted. So again, we click on the upper left corner, the A1, and scroll down to the bottom. While holding on the Shift, click on the bottom right corner, which is B42, that cell, and then all of our data is highlighted. Once it's highlighted, we're going to go to Insert Chart, and it will plot a chart for us. Right now my chart is in line chart. Yours may start off in scatter chart. I think the best one to use is the line chart. So let's say it starts off in scatter chart. As soon as it creates a chart for you, the chart editor will pop up and it should be under setup. And then what you can do is you can scroll and look for line chart, which will probably be one of the suggested, which will be up at the top. If not, you can scroll down and find it. But either way, you want to keep it in line chart. It just makes it a little easier to read. Once you have your graph in line chart, the title and the axes should be all labeled for you because we copied that when we copied the cell to plot, and those were already labeled in the cell. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on some white space in our chart, do Control-C, and then paste that here. Now when you paste, you get the option of to paste it linked or unlinked. I recommend pasting it unlinked, and what that means is when it's unlinked, whatever changes you make to your graph or your plot, you wouldn't show up here, so you'd have to go back and delete this and copy and paste it if you make any changes to the Google Sheet. When you link it, you don't have to do that. However, sometimes that can make the system a bit glitchy, so I always paste it unlinked. All right, so now you have these questions to answer, so you can go ahead and answer these questions. Now, one of the questions, question 3, it says, what is the average value of the magnetic field strength? Well, I just want to show you one last thing, which is you can actually calculate the average value from your Google Sheets. So you can go back to your Google Sheets, and the magnetic field strength is in your Y column, which is labeled column B here. So you see where it says strength. You're going to click on that first value, which is 8. And what we're going to do is we're going to have the computer or the Google Sheets get our average. Okay? And so then you're going to click on the last item in that Y column. Basically, you're highlighting all of the data in your Y column. And to get an average, what you do is you go to, once it's highlighted, you go to Insert, Function, and then click on Average. And then what will appear at the bottom are all the cells, or actually what cells do you want the average for, so that will appear at the bottom. And you can just hit Enter, and it'll give you the average. So that's how you can do that in Google Sheets. Hope you found this video helpful. Have a quality day.